The high-grade Dilanza is 3 things. It is 1, the first model kit I built this year, 2, the first kit I built from the Witch from Mercury line, and 3, the best model kit I've ever built. No, I'm not joking. Today's review is on the high-grade Dilanza. To those scratching their heads right now saying, "What's that? That's not a Transformer." That's right. This is a Gundam model kit from the anime Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. One of my favourite anime last year along with Chainsaw Man and Spy Family. It's a show about a girl called Soletta Mercury going to a school where everything is decided through giant robot fights. And everyone's scared of her because of her robot and its big dick energy. That's all you really need to know. And this thing is so good, even if you don't watch Gundam, you're gonna wanna buy this by the end of this video. Starting with design, it's amazing. It's big and bulky while still feeling militaristic. It's like the camp fur mixed with the greys. And the colours are really nice too. It's sort of a mix of the typical Zaku green and the more vibrant green of the DJ, how do you say it? I also love the little bits of purple in the chest and visor. It's subtle, but it really adds something to the design. It's also another similarity with the greys, with the chest pipes that are a completely different colour to everything else on the machine. As for the build, it was really fun. It was like a typical Gundam, but it also used techniques from 30-minute missions, mainly in the elbows and knees. And can we just talk about the solidity of this kit? Some model kits become loose over time, some are just floppy pieces of shit right out the box, but this is built like a tank. All the joints are nice and tight. That could have to do with the fact that this has no polycaps, but if this is what model kits are like without them, then good riddance. There are 2 spots where it doesn't feel as good, one of them being the thighs. They don't fall off and they're not loose, they just feel a bit wibbly. And also the hands, they tend to fall off quite a bit. Still better than the ground type. Moving on to accessories, you get a beam rifle. It looks good, but I don't like the size. I feel like something like this should have a giant gun. Anyway, this slides into the hand, and it can be stored in the shoulder shield. The magazine can also come out, and that can also be stored in the shoulder shield. You get a really good looking beam saber. This also slides into the hand, and if you take out the blade, then the handle can also be stored in the shoulder shield. And you get a bunch of parts to turn it into a completely different version of itself. Okay, so you're gonna want to take the antenna off his head. Don't pull it off, you might risk breaking it. Just slowly wiggle it off until it comes off. Then we're going to replace it with this different antenna. We're going to take off this back piece and replace it with this back piece. We're going to take off the shoulder shield and this thing, which I don't know how I'm going to get off. There we go. I'm going to put that back on. Then we're going to place on these new shoulder shields. And there we go. And here we have Lauder's Dilanza. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea it was his. I thought Ghoul just asked for a random mobile suit and this is what they had lying around. Either way, I like this so much more than the normal version. The new shields give it even more bulk, and the new antenna looks really nice. I showed this to someone on Discord and they said it looked like a beetle, and yeah, it does. We get one more accessory in this mode, and that's this giant axe. legs. Unfortunately, you have to take the hands apart for him to hold it, but it's not that big of a deal. It could be worse. There we go, now he's ready to get absolutely destroyed by the Pharact. I love this weapon. Looks like something right out of Iron-Blooded Orphans. Moving on to articulation. Head goes up, down, left, and right. Shoulders go all the way around and out. Butterfly joint. Shoulder pads are on a completely different joint that allows it to go up and down. The shoulder shields are on 2 rotations and 1 hinge. Bicep rotation. Double elbow. Wrists are on ball joints, which allows them to rotate and go all the way around. Ab crunch. Waist rotation. Front skirts move up. Back skirts move up. These pieces also move. Leg goes up, down, and out. Thigh rotation. Double knee. Feet go up and down, rotate, and pivot. Posability is really good for something this bulky. So if it isn't obvious already, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It is that good. That's it for me. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment, join my Discord server, and subscribe to The Great Soundwave. I'll see you next time.